there was pressure to get moving, and recently there has been some good luck, maybe on the basis of this news that you had, not as with the news, but as a consequence of that news later. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now, this is a general reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, whatever you want to look at in your chart. Being a general reading rules apply. You know, timeline's not absolute, timing even. Roles can be reversed within the reading. So if I say you're doing something, it could be somebody else. And if I say someone else is doing something, it could be you. But my readings tend to be quite personal, so that doesn't turn up a lot. There is a past and a present, and if they don't fit, the reading is not for you. They are for another Gemini somewhere. And then finally, ask a question. If you've seen my readings before, you know this bit. Think about all the questions that are around you. Focus on one of them. Be aware of them all, though, but focus, energy in, energy out, but the cards will answer whatever they want to, so that's why it's a good idea to be aware of them all. So, all that said, I will ask you, of course, to comment down below if the reading means anything to you, and please press subscribe while you're here. It helps the channel out no end. Let me bring up the cards. Now, there's a lot going on for you, Gemini, at the minute. How you're feeling right now is the Death card, change. You've got plenty of options and you are moving forward. Although I'm not entirely sure that you've made a decision which option to take, apart from simply the fact that you are moving forward, come what may. But I also feel that you are just very slightly on guard as you are moving forward. It's almost like, we've got the Two of Swords in the present, it's like you are wanting to put the swords down, but there may be something that you're not entirely aware of. So I would actually advise, I would actually advise at the moment, sorry, to not necessarily put the swords down, or at least don't put them down too far. Keep them to hand. We've got Two of Swords, Two of Wands, so master number 22 for another thing. You are bringing things into manifestation right now. But it's almost, these cards are saying, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. But you have started this new start already. You're just leaving the time of the Fool, the new beginning. And and it's a wonderful new beginning. How curious, because there's some mixed messages here. But where you are right now, you had a new beginning, which is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the happiest card on the deck, and then not the best card, just the happiest card, and then the Ten of Cups once again. So I'm feeling like you're in a really good place, although I don't know why I'm saying don't put the swords down just yet, but I feel like there's something that you need to bring into the material world, into your life. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the other happy card. Queen of Cups, Two of Cups. Are you going to make me do a love reading for you again, Gemini? I'll throw a strop. But this is a really, it's a really, really nice reading. But there is something that you are not quite paying attention to. Some form of new direction that's going to be introduced to you. Right, that's it. And you're not necessarily seeing that coming. So where you had all those options, and you're going, I'm not sure where I'm going, but I'm certainly going somewhere. That's because one of those options is still, it's going to appear bigger than the rest. It's going to appear more important. It might not be the one that you immediately want to go down, but it's going to be the right one to go down. That's right. I want to look at the distant past to see what's right. In the past, you've had a commitment and it all went horribly wrong, Ten of Swords. And it's something that you had to come to emotional terms with, to make a choice of whether you was going to reach for the sunlight, the happiness, or not. Um, but initially on the first attempt, it was like, oh, why did I bother? Because this is all the same. There was stuff where something was a great disappointment to you, but it was something that you kept nurturing to bring a harvest around. But maybe that nurturing at that time didn't actually lead to anything. It didn't actually lead to where you wanted it to go to, because you then spent time returning to your roots and returning within. So we've got the Six of Cups. So we've got that wonderful family feel, the nostalgia feel there, the hope for the future in this particular Six of Cups. But some news caused you to withdraw from all of that, or some news pulled you out of it because you were. I will move that little fragment of paper. You were drawn into looking within. It's almost like you was putting people slightly at arm's length, but that only helped reinforce how very connected you are to the people that are around you, or to some people that are around you. Some news came that brought you out of this to a certain extent, or reinforced that lesson of the connectedness, but made it a good thing. And oh look, there's the Lovers card again, Gemini. However, that seemed to bring its own stress along. And I think that is something where you were the traditional meaning of the Eight of Swords. You were giving yourself anxiety because of what had occurred before, and it was something that you actually wanted to move away from. But I don't think you moved away from it physically or on your own. It was like, no, I am going to leave this stress behind me one way or another. Because there was Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Pentacles. But this Seven of Pentacles is almost a cliff made of faces. There was pressure to get moving, and recently there has been some good luck, maybe on the basis of this news that you had, not as with the news, but as a consequence of that news later, that has brought you into this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful new beginning, where there is something where there is that feeling of, yeah, I can put down the swords now. So, in terms of development, you've learned a really, really positive lesson recently, because you have been able to put down that stress, but you are worried that it will come back and that you could be hooking yourself up to a dream where all you need to do is, all you can do is protect what is yours, but forces that you have no control over can upset the lot. Well, true. But if you look at this, forces that you had no control over have just come and given you a really, really good thing. Whatever that good thing was, it's opened your eyes to a lot of happiness and a lot of companionship, a lot of teamwork, a lot of community that wasn't necessarily there before. Let's have a look at because even on the Oracle cards, we have Psyche with Sacred Union, the tale of Eros and Psyche, and then Selene with Intuition. So, yeah, put the swords down, but don't keep them too far away, because there's something that you will be required, because of this new news that is coming to you, this one option that is Two of Cups, Nine of Cups. Okay, if this is a love reading, this is great. You're in a great place. But again, there's more than just a love reading here. You are really being taken on a journey, which is why I want you to make sure you do listen to your intuition and make sure that, yeah, you may feel like you need to protect everything, and yeah, don't put your swords too far away, but you don't need them in your hand right now. Care and compassion is what you're needing to move forward, and perseverance. So with that perseverance card, I'm getting that you have to persevere to get past your own anxiety from the lessons that you've learned before, because this time is different. We have the sun, we have two lots of the Ten of Cups, we've got Two of Cups and Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment and unity after the happy card. So with Ten of Pentacles here, happy not just in the head but in the real world as well. The answers that you need are coming. So whatever it is that you feel that need to be protective against, whatever it is where you want to put the swords down, but yeah, yeah, you do, but just not too far. I always trust my instincts. My sixth sense doesn't let me down. Again, that stressing of intuition. And then finally, the angel of glory. I sing praise and glory to the source of all life. As I say, it's a really nice period that you've just been through, really good energies that you are just been through if you let go of that anxiety. And even if you didn't let go of that anxiety, you still can't deny that there's been good things happening around you. So yes, you have to change to meet up with these good things, considering that there's commitments before that you've gone, yeah, I'm okay with them. Yeah, but they've taught you lessons that aren't serving you anymore. You may have resolved the emotions from all that past disappointment, that commitment that let you down, that commitment where when you tried a second time, you were looking more about what you lost and you had that sense of disappointment, but you kept working at it. Things are different now. Things are very, very different now. So, yes. Next card, Ace of Cups. Oh, look, love's coming in. Love's pretty much already here. But there's also, there's a whole new, you're another one where the new beginning hasn't finished happening yet. You've had a new beginning and it's still going on because there's new realms for you to explore, and it's new realms that you can explore in companionship. So here, Three of Cups, I'm getting the whole friends vibe. So I'm not getting like the third party, even though this might be love reading. And we're back after a technical snafu. So where was I? Oh yes, love, and love. But no, there's a wonderful sense of teamwork, a wonderful sense of community coming around, and putting you into a role where you are actually able to manifest what it is that you are trying to create. Look, Queen of Wands, who is capable, and on this one, it's almost like that you're very capable of manifesting, of creating magic, of bringing something into being, but it's something that you are working on slowly and patiently. And we've seen this already with that Seven of Pentacles in the past. You know how to work slowly and patiently on something. And also, this Queen of Wands is waiting for stuff to come to her because I've rather got the impression that's not her tail here. This is a quilt that she's working on. But with the Ace of Wands, hey, look, another new beginning. So that new beginning energy that has been going on for a while is really starting to take off, clarified by death. Change. Accept the change as it comes in, notice it, use your intuition, be guided by your intuition here. High Priestess, again. Yes, you can bring this into the more material world. So there is not a huge difference between your intuition and your actions to bring it into the real world. It is something where you are locking away something that has been a threat to you in the past, but now it's almost, yeah, don't be silly. It's got nothing to do with me anymore. Um, because people are people are seeing that you're very okay and very well on your own, but you are shifting at the moment. You are shifting form. You are coming into that very powerful time. And oh, look, the Ace of Wands again, new beginning. I'm starting to detect a theme here. So, to a certain extent, whatever is going on, listen to your intuition and sit back and enjoy it. When you will need to move forward, you'll know when you need to move forward. So, a potential future to grab or to avoid. Don't try to lay the law down too much because you may be on an unstable footing. But I also feel that if you are, a rest time is coming up, but also there may be things uncovered by you trying to lay the law down, but don't threaten the homestead. Um, be very, very, very careful about laying the law down. Make sure that you are not acting purely on your own. You know, don't make a decision that this is how it's going to be. And I say, discuss it with someone, whoever the relevant person is. If it's a partner, obviously discuss it with them. If it's somebody else that you need them to back up what you're doing, make sure they agree with what you're doing. Talk about it, discuss it. The act of that discussion will let you know whether this is a good idea or not. But it brings you to a form of wish fulfillment as long as you are following your. Oh, look, Lover's card. So that's all three Lovers cards now we've got. And the Nine of Cups again. But you have to be following your intuition here. So, yeah, your swords don't need to be in your hand. They need to be close by, but you need to be aware that there's things that you are not wearing at the not aware of at the moment. Take some time to enjoy what is going on around you because it's going to bloom into something quite incredible soon enough. And that will be through the act of some great announcement, some great cause coming to you, which almost wipes all your other options from the board. It's not that they're not there anymore, it's just that they're no longer as relevant. But it might be an option that is I have to do this, even if you don't really want to, but you know it's totally, totally the right thing to do. Follow that. Let's have a look at the Oracle cards. Sovereignty. You are declaring your own rules, your own kingdom, your own space here. You are finally in charge rather than that anxiety being in charge. You have got to remember what has occurred in the past, but not be ruled by it, because there's also maybe this thing that you're not seeing at the moment, it might be all linked in with this past business. So you maybe need to work a few things out and go, oh, now that makes sense. But if that's true, some information has already recently come to you that reframes a lot of that experience and makes you go, oh, that's the final missing key. Trust in your intuition. I think we've covered that one. Wizard of Awareness. I think we've covered exactly that again. You've got to be listening to your intuition at the moment because it is guiding you. This is a time of personal growth. You are conquering that anxiety. You are coming into your own present power, but you need to look after yourself in the process. It is time now to be fearless, stand strong, be aware of the caring connections that are around you. This is a healing time. This is a time where things can grow. There's secrets that are good for you at the moment. And I think that must mean that that secrets is whatever has been revealed to you. And there's an element of, with the wheel here, and there was other Wheel of Fortune here, there's an element of tick, tick, tick. Oh, as the cogs work through with what you have learned recently. All things come right in time but don't back down. Stand for what you believe is right, but remember that the anxiety is not what's right. It's the principles that are what's right. Um, oh, I could read this that there'll be plenty of drama, but no, the drama's been and gone. The drama is something what with Scylla here or Scylla. It's almost like she's dissolving. It's almost like the drama has been that anxiety that you are in the stages of putting to one side and saying goodbye to if you haven't already said goodbye to it. You have got support, and there is plenty on its way, as in plenty abundance, harvest on its way. This is a really, really nice reading, Gemini, even if there is that love element to it. But I'm feeling that it's no, there's a love element to it, but there doesn't have to be. You can read this another way in relation to all the different energies that are around you, because this could be a personal development. Not could be, whether it's love or not. This is definitely a personal development journey that you are on. Okay, so if this means anything to you, please do comment down below. Press subscribe, like I said earlier, while you're there. Any minute now, no, that side, there will be playlists appear. You can see your entire Gemini playlist. Your next reading that comes out will be your full moon, which means your waxing moon reading, which is probably going to be here as well, will still be relevant for you. And then obviously your waning moon reading will come out. That's it. Enjoy, sit back and just listen to your intuition. That's all I can say. Listen to your intuition at the moment. It's leading you the right way. Don't listen to the anxiety. Cheers.